exaggerated. That's important because that's uncomfortable. The body will shy away from it. But you've got to feel wide as you turn and get behind it into this glute. So your arms are going to feel wide. And without the club, without the distraction of swinging, you need to have this mental understanding when you warm up. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Now in this video, let's talk about fixing the deep divot pull. The deep divot pull, meaning for a right-handed golfer, it's the ball turf good strike, deep divot afterwards, powerful low-flighted shot that goes left. Now that happens for 95% of you. The move in as you start the downswing. So understand that first, all right? It's the subconscious move. It's the stiff move, the move that it's very easily done as we get older and lose range of motion and flexibility. It happens when we slide in the backswing. It happens when weight gets to the edge of the right foot and we don't sit into the hip in the turn. It's an outside steep angle of attack from out to in. Looks like this. It's the often satisfying strike, but it's always low and left, but you'll get compression off those. You'll look up and go, damn, that felt good. Why is it left? So that's the shot. We're coming over the top. So we need another club on the ground here when we do our hands and shoulders drill. You can see I've got my stick for ball position, which I associate with the base of the wall. That's important too. So set up, do some good stretching. Now the first thing to recognize to fix that, we've got to get mobility in our core. We've got to understand that turning here as we stay behind fixes the path to be more down our target. Remember, this produces the across path, the slices path, as we come across and lean back perhaps, and we turn that pull into a slice with the woods. So it's part of the same. We've just released that iron shot to get the divot, and that's what guns it up the left hand side. To straighten that path, the line the club swings through the ball on, the club path, we've got to stay behind it. So when you make your hands on shoulders turn, first of all, recognize that you're loading into this right hip, sitting into that hip, pressure on the right knee and instep. A lot of you go this way. The right foot rocks over, the sliding of the hip, the straightening of the right leg. Can you see at this point here, for on the outside, we can only come over. Otherwise, we'll fall over. So start there. So when you're making your hands on shoulders, initial turn on the first tee, sit into that hip and turn behind where the ball would be, best you can. You'll feel uncomfortable here and here. On your knee, in your glute, you might feel uncomfortable, and you'll feel pressure building on the inside of that instep. That's the first thing to recognize to fix this over the top, the lean in deep divot. Now, in this position, you'll notice extending your arms, your right chest, because this is something to note too. With all the focus of turning, it can get someone coming inside too much. That can lead to the over the top. So you're going to feel very much like this. When you make your turning action correctly, your arms with the club are going to feel like that. Exaggerated. That's important because that's uncomfortable. The body will shy away from it. But you've got to feel wide as you turn and get behind it into this glute. So your arms are going to feel wide. And without the club, without the distraction of swinging, you need to have this mental understanding when you warm up. Right chest is where you want to be. But that to me, because I suffer with getting it a little inside as I've got older, it feels like I'm doing that. So don't be afraid to feel slightly exaggerated there. Now, the next thing to consider, I've got to come in shallower. So I mean I've got to stay behind my wall. That's why the plumb bob is so good. Because this through swing move, I've got to turn. You'll feel the weight coming off the instep. Get that heel up, guys. But some of you are still hanging back here. I want you to feel active. Heel off the ground. I like that. As you stay behind and feel low with the shoulder. So that's the plumb bob drill. Right off the ground here as you stay behind. Can you see now the importance of why we turn those hips, or why we focus on rotation and load points? Because stiffness here is the killer in golf for that move. That's why you see so many golfers in and over the top swinging, because range of motion. So understanding this uncomfortable feeling is required to have good path. Turning and pushing off here produces the divot after and the ability for you to release. As you're warming up, you need to think of this. Understand the turning behind, the loading into the restriction here, pushing in, creating resistance and turning into it. Then it's staying behind. Feel active, and you can see how you can release it. Mentally feel what you're trying to achieve. Now, when you get the club back in your hand, we've got to focus on ball turf, impact dynamics. So can you see how linking the plumb bob to the impact dynamic, you can feel the pushing off allows that club to dig in for the divot, but on that path still, on the path of down our target here. Staying behind, pushing off, stay behind. It's uncomfortable, incredible stretch up your left side you'll feel. So this is why, and again, haven't hit a ball yet, but can you see you're now training your body, focusing your mind on where you want ball striking to be, ball turf, down your line. There you go. So you can suddenly feel the method to the madness. You know the fix now to the one that goes left. So when it comes to swinging, watch the blur of the club head now. I'm feeling exaggerated, all right? So I'm turning behind, feeling wide. Then you can stay behind and feel the downward hit. Do your 3 practice swings in a row, each one a little bit more carefree, building on an improvement of the last. First one, do it slowly and correctly. The movement, linking it together, these drills. Second one, a bit faster, more committed, more carefree. Third one, based on the first 2, the best of the lot. The ball is the 4th. It's all about getting your mind into the focus after getting your body into the capable. Staying behind. Here we go. Loading up. Down and through, right down my target. So be very careful of that. It's all linked together. If you're new subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy my videos. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. I'll see you soon. Take care.